Everybody, it's Bruce here with Traveling with Bruce. Welcome to this week's recap, February the 24th, 2019. What's new in the cruise world? What a week it's been. We have news this week from Norwegian Cruise Lines. We've got news about how well they're doing and what's happening in Alaska, what's happening in the Bahamas, what's happening in the Cayman Islands. We got all kinds of stuff to cover today, and let's get right at it. Let's start with our friends up in Norwegian Cruise Lines. The story this week that came out was about the Norwegian Joy cruise ship. Here she is. This ship was built 2 years ago, was great fanfare, billion-dollar build-out. She was sent to China with a go-kart track on the back, and it was supposed to shake it up, the most luxurious cruise ship in all of China. In 18 months, Norwegian had lost enough money. They just couldn't fill this ship up and couldn't get enough of a daily rate from the passengers. They decided to pack it in, and this ship is heading to Alaska. But first, she has to go in for refurbishing. March the 11th to April the 21st, 40 days of refurbishing. This is a shock because the thought was it was going to be a $50 million refurb. Now we're looking at maybe as much as 100 to 120 to get her ready for Alaska. We'll have to see how that works out. In the meantime, talking about Norwegian, they're talking about how much money they're making. They're bragging about how great things are going. Record year this year for earnings, and they're predicting an even bigger year next year because passengers just can't get enough of the cruise ships. Well, the reality is that the Norwegian folks are running at 107.6% capacity right now. How many more do you think you could stuff on a cruise ship? I don't know. The other area is drinks. They're making all kinds of money on these drinks. Would you pay $12 to $14 for each one of these? That's the kind of prices you're talking about. They just came out with a new drink package that will cover all their drinks, and they're offering you $155 a day per person, minimum 2 people per cabin, to enjoy the drink package. A 1-week drink package will now run you $2,170. Those are American dollars. For a 1-week cruise. I don't know if I'd be paying that kind of money. I think I wouldn't be on Norwegian if I'm going to pay that kind of money for drinks. I might just go on a 6-star cruise line instead. We'll have to see. In the meantime, in Alaska, oh my God, Alaska, the governor wants to remove the Ocean Ranger program. That is where Coast Guard trained observers are on cruise ships to Alaska, making sure that cruise ships do not pollute the waters. And the governor wants to kill the program, even though the state doesn't pay a dime for it. It's paid for by cruise passengers. Outrage is building. What is this guy thinking? We're going to have to find out what he's up to. In the Bahamas and the Cayman Islands, all kinds of news coming out about future cruise ports. The Bahamas are having all kinds of problems in Nassau. That is a fact. People want to avoid going to Nassau. They don't like being hassled there, and cruise lines are responding in kind by building private resorts all over the Bahamas so they can avoid downtown Nassau. Even Virgin Atlantic or Virgin Voyages is doing it. They're the new kids in town. In the meantime, the Cayman Islands, they've got the opposite problem. They've got 2 million passengers this year that have been tendering into downtown Georgetown. The government was desperate to build a brand new port facility. The citizens are outraged who live there. They don't want it. And now the fight is on. The cruise lines are backing this deal with Disney, Carnival, Royal Caribbean, all chipping in, funding if the government wants it. The public are basically saying enough is enough. We don't want to go to 3 million passengers a year. We're already at 2 million. We really should be only at about 1 million. What are we doing here? We could kill paradise. We're going to have to find out how this all plays out. Join me Monday to Friday, 5 o'clock Eastern, Saturdays at 2 Eastern. We'll stay on top of these stories and see how they come together. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.